Welcome to my live. I am so excited that you're able to join me. We are going to have so much fun. Say hi as you come in so I know that you're here. If you are new and are not currently working with a designer, please just comment the word newbie and I will make sure to send you some Club Couture information. If you're watching the replay, hi. So what is Club Couture? We are a fun high-end DIY home decor company used to make different gifts and decorations from your home on a budget. So Club Couture has so many fun products. We have our Chalkology chalk paste, which is great for chalkboards where you can design and repeat as much as you like. We also have Couture ink, so you can make permanent on fabrics or glass or ceramics. We have hundreds of reusable silkscreen transfers, lots of fun tools, and a full assortment of different surfaces for all of your projects. You want to make sure you join my Chalkaholic VIP group. This is where there's so much more fun and there's specials. You can also sign up for a workshop. I love to hold workshops and share my love of Club Couture. We also have Club Couture. This is a fun mail subscription where you get an exclusive transfer and chalk paste sent to your home every month for the low price of $19.99. You can also host your own private party, get your friends and family together and make your own projects. You can also become a designer and start your own empire. There's so many different ways with Club Couture to make money. If you are excited about any of these things, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget, in my Chalkaholic VIP group, if you post a picture of your finished project, you will be entered in a drawing for a free transfer every month. How exciting is that? So without further ado, let's go on and let's chalk this project. Thank you so much for helping me, and let's chalk.
Hi everybody, how are you? It is Michelle. For my Chalkaholics, I have to apologize. I was gonna do the ornament tree tonight, but when I came down to do this and I had my list of numbers, I realized that the tree only goes up to number 24. So, see 24, you can't see it because it's below the screen. Hey Rose, hey Tara, hey Vanessa, hey Julie. So somebody picked number 25. So I'm waiting for Heather to pick another number. I may actually give her two numbers because we have more numbers left, and what an inconvenience, and her daughter even picked that number. So I'm not going to be able to do the Christmas in July because I need to find out what number her cute little daughter would pick, okay? But what we're gonna do tonight is, I don't normally do this, but I have this retired transfer called Squeeze the Day. And I know you guys have seen me design it a few times because it is one of my favorites. Hey Teresa, but I have one for sale. So I thought, because most of you won't even see this because it's not in the catalog, it is retired. I'm even missing some of the pieces because I've used it so much, and I think they got mixed in with another transfer. So I'm going to design this, but this one, like I said, is available. It's an E-size transfer, and when you see this designed, you are going to fall in love with it and you're going to want it. So as soon as you have a feeling that you're going to want this, just let me know. It is an E-size transfer. E-size is $39.99, okay? But I can't wait because this is one of my favorites. And at first I thought, ooh, I have this retired transfer. I should just keep a backup for myself for forever. But I have a feeling that one of you is going to love it just as much. But we're going to go ahead and put it on this board. I know that you can't see the whole entire board. Let me go down like this. It's a big board. This is a 12 by 18 Sylvie. I haven't designed on this since Christmas. Remember our 12 days of Christmas that I did to match my colors on my mantle? So if you haven't seen this part before, Club Couture is semi-permanent, but it does not rub. Look at this. You cannot smear it at all. It is there until you're ready to take it off. And when you're ready to change out your design, hey Lorraine, you just want to grab your spritzer. And we're going to spritz our board with this and let that adhesive soften up because our chalk paste is water soluble. And as usual, I probably put too much water on there. That's okay. I'm going to let that sit for a second and then grab one of my paste scrapers. Oh, I love this transfer so much. How is everybody doing on this Friday night? All right. So I'm not going to put the banner at the bottom because you could barely see the board as it is. But of course, if you will sprinkle the video, that means S-H-A-R-E, then you will be picked. I have my love box right here, right here. My draw days are Saturdays. You guys listen to that? I have a lot of stuff in, oh, I have a, for sprinkling, I have sprinkles, but I have all the names in there from the last week and my love box. You guys hear that? Listen to all those names. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. And they will get some Happy Mail for me. So I'm going to take our paste scraper and watch how easy this goes. And it's just going to take that paste off. This is quite a lot of paste on here, actually. Just like this. But yes, once Heather picks her numbers, then we will do. Thanks, Teresa. Teresa, I'm getting so excited for the workshop that I'll be doing that you're going to be at later this month. I love workshops, and this whole darn COVID thing has really taken away some fun, hasn't it? But luckily, we are going to be designing very soon. So if you are interested in your own workshops, look at all this paste, or your own private parties, I'm available. I'm available virtual or in person. Virtual is so fun. Oh, thanks, Lorene. Lorene, I got so much jewelry from your home party. I had never heard of this company that Lorene, hey Debbie, had a party with. It was called Park Lane. I had never heard of it. So I went a little crazy getting some pieces. All right, so now I'm just removing all of this extra paste, but you can see there's still some residue on this board. So I'm gonna take my board eraser. Now our board erasers are amazing. They're kind of like Mr. Clean erasers, but they don't have any chemicals in it. So I'm just going to use this to get off any last residue. If you've used a cheap chalkboard before, you may notice that you can still see what you wrote. Thanks, Rose. Underneath. You're not going to find that with Club Couture, especially with these board erasers, because they will get off the residue. Now, the Sylvie board like this is what we call a boutique surface. So it's not completely flat like the Aiden. It is a little textured. I'm just going to go back to this paper towel. Just wipe all of this off. Sprinkled and message me later to finish up my stuff. Oh, yes. Of course, Tara. Hi, Sarah. All right. I just want to get any residue off of here. Like I said, I had so much paste on here from that Christmas transfer. But isn't this amazing? We went from Christmas and now we're going to be doing this nice summery picture. I have some ick on my frame. But yeah, these board erasers are great for boards. You know, it's called a board eraser. I use it mostly for cleaning my transfers. You can never have enough. I always have a pail of them at all of my workshops for people that want extra. Okay. So again, this is a transfer that we're going to be designing. We have transfer number 1 and transfer number 2. So we have the wood, we have the leaves, squeeze the day, and then look at all these different fruits. So this transfer that I'm holding up here is available for sale. I only heard of Park Lane back in May. Yeah, that is crazy. Like, I've heard of Stella and Dot. I've heard of Leah Sophia. What's the other few? I forget, but never have I heard of that one. All right. Okay. So here's the pieces that we do have. And oh my gosh, one of my favorite projects that we did was that board that you walk in with the shutters that move. And I can't believe I ever erased that off. But here we go. So this has little registration marks. Do you see these little arrows here and here, that is great for on chalks so that you can then layer the leaves on them. Hey Tracy. So what we're gonna do is knock everything over. We are going to get a fuzzing cloth. And now I probably don't need to fuzz this transfer too much because this is probably, oh gosh, at least the 14th time I've used this transfer. At least. It's still nice and sticky. You feel that? So our transfers are reusable. And as long as you take care of them, they will last you time and time again. I mean, I couldn't even count how many seasons I have used these with the lemons. But what I want to do for this project, since I have this 12 by 18 board, is I'm going to use the pieces of this to build a wreath around the Squeeze the Day. So I'm just going to put this here like this. And then I'm going to take this and go like that. And some of it may be going off of the frame. That's okay. You could always pick a larger surface if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to go like this. How was your day, Tracy? Just like that. Now, anytime I have registration marks, I like to have my bright white buddy because I can see that. And as you can see, I'm not wearing my glasses. And, gosh, I guess we can use bark. I'm wondering if I should shimmer it up a little bit and use Shimmer Harvest. But Shimmer Harvest definitely is not something you guys can get right now. So I don't want to tease you. I don't think Shimmer Harvest is available anymore on the website, so I'll just go with bark. We'll go, if you should happen to get chalk on the frame, would it be hard to get off? No, no, no. Especially if you have a board eraser, it comes right off. I get chalk on my frame all the time, all the time. Crazy work changes going on, lots of trainings. How about you? Well, you don't want to hear my story. I'm not working this week. You know, this is my week off. So today I did a whole lot of nothing. I sat at my desk and played with my planner for a couple of hours. So this is our old formula. It is the camel. I'm so excited the color's coming back. I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to spray it with some of my distilled water and stir it up to see if I can get it. And then maybe we'll mix some with the bark. What else did I do? Oh, fun laundry. What did I do? Made my son breakfast. I played on my planner a little longer. Oh, I put together all the mailings for Christmas in July in piles, all packaged. They're just waiting for the ornaments so I can stuff whatever else can go in there. Unless I have to do more than one mailing, which I might because some are transfers and I don't want them to bend. I went to the post office because I had some stuff to mail to some teenies, and I needed more stamps. And I was so excited, guys. Did you know there's a Droid stamp sheet? Well, the envelope I sent them was thick, so I couldn't use a regular stamp, but I did pick up some sheets of Droid stamps. I took my son to the skate park, left right before the rain. See, now we're just stirring this up. What else? See, don't you hate when you ask somebody like, oh, how was your day? And you want them just to say fine, but instead they go on and on like this. So then I came home and then I played The Sims. I don't know if you guys know about the game The Sims 4, but I am obsessed. So I built a house on The Sims with a slip and slide in the backyard. Then I cooked dinner. I made these spicy turkey skewers with a yogurt sauce of some sort. I don't even know, but I made that for dinner. My husband seemed to like it. Then I went back up and finished my Sims house. And now I'm here. So I had a very relaxing day, and oh, I put way too much in here. That's okay. So I took some camel and I took some bark, and we are just, now that I told you guys my whole entire day, at least there was at least some dishes, and I made way too much of this. Oh, but I like the light color. I'm just gonna go like that. So this is bark and camel mixed together. I'm supposed to be watching my training now. Which training? Oh, for work? Well, girl. I'm also looking for a transfer at my job, which is just something I just started telling people because I really didn't think I had the want to leave bad enough to change my schedule, but the schedule is the reason why I'm looking, because as you guys know, you don't see me for a week because I'm at work for a week, and pretty much I don't have life for a week. I miss a whole week of life during my week at work, and to be honest, I think COVID broke me. I've lost my spark for what I do, and I would rather have less stress and be more present for my son. Is that bad? So I have started the hunt process. I have some opportunities that I am seriously considering. So that's what's new in my life. I don't know how you guys work Monday through Friday, but I'm looking at a Monday through Friday job right now. Okay, so look at this. We have our registration marks. We have the color we just mixed up, and I'm just going to go there like this. But I think changing my work schedule will be better for my child, for my life, for my well-being, for my health, and many things like that. Yeah, we'll see. Just like this. So this kind of gave me almost like a hot mess because I didn't mix it 100%. But you can definitely tell when you mix a non-creamy dreamy with a creamy dreamy that the texture is different. Oh, I love our creamy dreamy. All right, so I'm getting all the excess off, but before I move on, I'm just gonna take one of my cut squeeze, I can't even talk. Like that. And then we're going to peel this. Nice and slow, side to side. Look how gorgeous these twigs are. I too am consider. Oh, tell us about it, Tracy. Yeah, so this change, I think I'm committed to where I am. I have to give like 2 months notice, I think, but at least I've got the ball started. I haven't accepted anything officially yet, but it will happen. Lorene, louder for the people in the back, please. Louder for the people in the back. Okay, now I'm just going to turn it this way, and we're going to go the other way. And as long as we can do this before the paste dries, we will be good. Yes. Just like this. Remember to get all those bubbles out. Bubble is trouble. Definitely would mean that we would be able to chalk together a lot more often, and I wouldn't have to take a week off in between. All right. Now I'm going to do this other side before any paste dries in the screen. Isn't this a great transfer? It's really sad that it is retired, but really exciting that I have this extra here. So if you're watching this video and you're telling yourself that you need to have this, let me know. I only have one and they're no longer available through the company. I guess I just needed that excuse to design this because I love this so much. I'm sure if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all the different ways that we have designed this in the past, because we have on this page alone. I'll have to look at the transfer in a second to see what year this came out. And then we'll just peel this way. So remember, if you're using the same color, you do not have to wash your transfer in between. You see that? Now we have the start of this cute little wreath. I'm going to stick my transfer to the glossy side of that backer sheet. Not really sure. The company I contract with was bought by another company, which then bought another similar company, and I'm not so happy with the new company. Oh no. I'm thinking about going back into a hospital and out of a truck. You know what, girl? I will say you can do whatever you want because I've seen your determination, and I know that you are a very hard worker, Tracy. You are a very, very hard worker. Sometimes you need change. Normally, I'm actually surprised that I stayed where I am as long as I have, because usually I give a place a year or so and I make a decision if it's right for me. Clinically, I was in the right spot. I really do love my job. I love what I do. I love the nurses that I work with. Most of them. Just kidding. I only said that because some might be watching. But it's a hard role that I have. It's very stressful. And I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I am very, very nervous about Monday through Friday. I mean, who works Monday through Friday? I don't know. Monday to Friday seems so daunting to me. All right, now we're gonna get these little leaves here, and I'm thinking that we should do like a hot mess with this. Hold on, let me move that brown so I don't dip anything in it. Aren't these pretty leaves? I'm thinking we should do more than one shade of green here. So I am just going to fuzz this too. More chalk time is awesome. All right. So now all we have to do is take this and we're going to match those registration marks there and there. I'm going to put this down. I've actually taken huge, like more than most of you know, strides in improving my health this year. And it's working, and I kind of feel like I need to continue on that path too. So let's see if I want to pick some different shades of green. We have pesto, sage. Those are always a good hot mess. Let's do pesto and sage. There. And then, oh, I just love this combination of these two. So to do hot mess, I am just going to take some stir sticks, and I'm going to take some pesto and just dot it around just like this, just like this. Like that. And then I'm going to put like this. My computer's doing something really weird over here again. All right. So I feel like I have a good bit on here. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my small squeegees, and we are just, you can go up and down, side to side. You can do round squiggles, whatever you like this. And then we're just going to make this beautiful leaves. And I'm going to keep what's on this squeegee because we still have that other side to do, remember? There we go. But I'm using that squeegee to get off any excess. Gosh, have I told you guys how much I love this transfer? And then we're going to pull. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. We're going to pull. Do you guys see the dimension in these leaves and how much detail there is? Now you can see, Lorene, I have a little bit of paste at the top there. Or was it, maybe it was Teresa that asked. And I'm just gonna let it dry on the frame. It's easier for me to wipe it off, or I can just take my finger like this and take it right off. Now it's on my finger. And then we're going to turn it this way. Aren't those beautiful leaves? And then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm going to line up. It's still really sticky. I'm so shocked at how sticky this transfer is after how many times I've used it. But we are going to line those up just like that. And then lay it down. Doesn't it, Rose? Teresa says, love the hot mess. I know, it just gives like a whole new dimension of depth, doesn't it? And then I'm gonna put, I don't have to put that much because I do still have some on my squeegee, but you still wanna have the different colors coming through. So I can put less this time because we just want those little bits of color. Like this, and like that. Thank you, Rose. I love how they have them. Yes, Lorene. They make it. So I'm just gonna put some of that there so I don't have so much. And I'm gonna go across and then drag it over like this. Now, if you're putting this on a piece of wood or fabric and you don't want those registration marks to show, all you have to do is put some of our placement tape down first, or masking tape. That way you chalk onto something you can remove instead of something permanent, especially if it's on something that, you know, is gonna be where you can't wipe it off like a chalkboard. You know, I love my chalk surfaces because just how we did in the beginning, we washed it off and we started over. So you don't have to worry about storing anything other than your transfers. And we have transfer storage bags at Club Couture that are amazing. Or you can keep them in any type of holder you want, a binder. There we go. Okay, so now we did the bottom. And we're going to just peel. Oh, this is so, I just love these two colors together. Look how pretty that is. I'm gonna have to zoom in on there so you can really appreciate it. Let's make these. Now all I'm doing is putting the transfer on this backer sheet. I'm gonna take this to the sink when we're all done. I'm gonna rinse this under running water. I'm gonna take my board eraser to help get all of that excess paste on. If you're using the new formula, you may have to wipe the front and the back. I've noticed that with the old formula, I didn't have to really wash the back, and I tried not to because I didn't want to disturb the adhesive. But lately, I've been doing the back. They've all held up fine still. And then I will lay my transfer with the sticky side just laying up. Once it's dry, I will keep my transfer with the sticky side up, and then I will take the glossy side of the backer sheet and line it up while it's sticky side up. Then easy peasy, you're good to go for the next time. Close, there we go. All right, so we have this piece that's done. Now I am just going to close these up. And we'll move on to the next. I am so excited for my new chalk paste to come with the En Vogue colors and the new lineup colors. I can't even stand it. Ugh. All right. I'm just gonna dry this. We want it to be fully dry. But yes, if you get any chalk paste on your frame, just use a board eraser or anything you want, a little piece of paper towel that's wet. And just wipe it off. Our chalk paste is water soluble. I'm just gonna dry this real good because we have, now the oranges, I don't know where the oranges are, but I have like a nectarine, extra leaves, little flower. I don't know what some of these are. And lemons. I love the lemons. We may just do lemons on here. Lemons and limes, maybe? I don't know. This is still wet. Oh my gosh. I got invited to a book party from somebody I haven't seen in a very long time, but the person that's holding the book party has messaged me no less than several times a day to ask me if I wanted books. Are we frozen? Let me know if we're frozen. According to my computer, I can't tell if I'm still live anymore. If you're out there, say hello. I don't know. Okay, thanks, Lorraine. Oh, I just put my finger in a wet spot. Just want to dry this. I guess that's one way not to sell, right? Badger your guests that you don't know. Just for that, I'm not ordering any darn books from you. All right, let's see how we're doing. Let's let our board come back to room temperature. I'm gonna grab my, oh, would you, Rose? Yes, right? I only have one, so if you want it, just let me know. This is why I think I might do these for some transfers that are retired, because some of you may not even know they exist, and I have one. Like, I'm just getting off those transfer marks now, those registration marks. And I have it sitting here, and you might see the transfer like hanging on a hook or a picture in my albums, but not realize how gorgeous it is because you don't know. You don't know unless you see. All right. So I got those registration marks off. So let's see, we have a leaf. What is this, a kiwi? What is that? So I'm thinking we're gonna just take this lemony. I am just going to be annoying because I know that this new paste takes longer to dry. And if we end up putting a transfer over our leaves and it's not fully dry, we could end up lifting it and it won't be the same. So I'm just gonna go over again. This is why this tool is so amazing. You can get this off my chalk site. It's called our dry tool. It has 2 settings. It doesn't get super hot. See how I can put it right up close to my hand? But it just helps speed the process of drying. And unlike heat guns or embossing tools, it does not ruin your transfer if you do it too close. We're definitely good up there. Just remember, if you're layering, that you always let your surface come back to room temperature before you continue chalking. We are good. We are good. I'm a little parched. Yes, you want it? Go, girl. You got it. It's yours. Now everybody else watching is just going to be jealous and wish that they had spoke up sooner. Yeah, my screen is completely frozen, but I guess it's just my computer, not you guys. All right. So I can't wait to get our new yellow, but right now we have, do you think we should do lemons in daffodil or the brighter bumblebee? I'll let you guys pick for that while I try to figure out what is wrong with this darn computer. So we have the more muted yellow daffodil or the bright bumblebee. but we will have another yellow here shortly. It's in the catalog. There we go. I'm just going to fuzz this. Teresa says bumblebee. Rose says daffodil. I need a tiebreaker. I need a tiebreaker. Another bumblebee. All right, bumblebee it is. I love bumblebee. All right. You could use some of each. Oh, you guys want a hot mess? Oh, we got another daffodil too. Hey, Sherry. All right. You guys aren't done with the hot mess. Let's get them both. I've been throwing out these inner liners recently. Okay. We'll just put a few of these on here. Tracy says daffodil. But where do we want to put them is a question. I'm just gonna kind of put them within the greenery. Like I'm gonna put one like right. I'm gonna put it within the greenery, like this, and we'll just kind of go like this. Maybe we'll just do like one-sided more. What color are the leaves? The leaves are pesto and sage mixed, right? Sage, yep. So we have a lemon there. We'll just do little mixes. Like I'm gonna put some of the dark just on that side and then go across like that. Isn't this cute? And then I'm gonna put one up here. And you can use the same transfer again and again as long. 3 is a good number, right? And then we'll put one like right here. Like that. And then I'm gonna have this one coming down a little bit. You see how long the paste goes? It just goes and goes and goes. I didn't put any extra for that one at all. And then we'll put one like right here. Now I just happen to love lemons. I actually used to have a lemon tree in my sunroom, but I don't know. That must have been the year we didn't get enough sunshine. And all right, so I'm gonna close these up. Now, Rose, since you are claiming this transfer, you know, you do have more choices. Let me show you while those lemons dry a little bit. Isn't it a shame that this transfer retired? So on this transfer, Rose, you have the lemon, the lime. I'm guessing that could be a nectarine, an orange. I use that orange so many times. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can show you guys what I made. While this dries, let me just run over here for a second. But yes, look at this. I always have fake lemons. But here I took the chalk and I took, some of you probably remember this. Oh, it got wet. Hold on, let me just fix that part right there. I'll show you this side. And I used those oranges and lemons and I made this picture. And I served water in it in a workshop. Isn't this cute? Look, I did limes, the lemons, this little leaf that came with it, I just put on there to have leaves. Look at the oranges with the leaves. And I did it all the way around, and I still use this picture. I did not seal this. Isn't that cute? But your options are endless with this chalk paste. Now, I could have inked this with ink and then baked it to make it permanent, but look how easy and cute it is to style your own home decor. Right? Adorable. All right, now just gonna dry these. Okay, now for our finale, we have the word squeeze the day. Love that, love that. Again, I'm just going to this. I am having an event, Christmas in July. I'm in an event called Christmas in July that starts on the 19th. It is a private group, which means I'm gonna have some deals and steals in there. I normally don't do very many sales, but for that I will do something like something fun. I'll keep you guys updated. It starts on the 19th. All right, so now let's put this on here like that. I think I like it like that. I'm trying to see behind it to see where the leaves are. Is that too much to the left? Let's see. Maybe we need to do it more this way. This is where placement tape is good. And I like that we can see through the transfer so we can see where a good spot is. I'm kind of liking it right here. Just like that. All right. Bubble is trouble. Make sure you have no bubbles. I'm gonna take one of my mini squeegees and just do this part here. I love this squeeze the day. We're gonna fill in all of those little silk screens with our chalk paste. With our bright white. I guess we could have done this in yellow. You guys just know I love the bright white and how it pops on the chalkboard. But at least if you're watching me design a transfer that's no longer available and someone snags the last one like Rose did, you can still see the techniques and get a good idea of how you can create as well. And if you see me create with these transfers, you know that I have it. So you know that if you come to a workshop, you can use it here. So sign up for one of my workshops and you can make this using my transfers. There we go. My next workshop is the beginning of August, where we are going to be doing, look at that, we are going to be doing the pumpkin cutouts. But if you hate pumpkins, well, I don't know, if you hate pumpkins, I don't think you're invited to my house. But if you hate pumpkins, you could always just take a surface and you can create this if you like. It's all about being together and designing and just having fun. Thanks, Sarah. I'm just gonna dry this so I don't put my finger in it. And then I'll hold it up for you because this looks amazing. Again, this is a 12 by 18 surface. I have designed this on a 9 by 12 surface and just did one of them. And how easy was this? Then I'm going to take my little detail tool in case I see any areas that I want to touch up. I just saw one tiny area there. And let me see if I can hold it up for you guys. All right, so let me show you the before, because sometimes when you see these transfers, you're like, okay, that's nice, but you may just see this, but it then turns into this. How gorgeous is this? Thanks, Lorene. Thanks, Julie. Isn't it cute, Vanessa? So look at this. This is gorgeous. This is perfect for when you enter a house or just on the wall, up on a mantle, up on a bookshelf, just part of your summer decor. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Super cute. Super, super cute. Let me put it back down here because I feel like you guys can see it better. The color's better down here. But this is our squeeze the day. Rose has already claimed the transfer. So Rose, this will come with your other transfers and your Christmas in July. It's ready to ship, ready to go. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's okay to show you retired transfers as long as I have one that you can claim? I used to do a throwback Thursday. So on Thursdays, I would do transfers that were retired because just because it's not current doesn't mean that you don't have it at home and are looking for new ways to design. But I think what I'll do is if I have a transfer and I have one, at least one available, that we could do this every now and again. You could either claim the transfer or get cute ideas, or if you absolutely must have it, I can always check with my fellow designers if anybody else has one too. Yeah, so squeeze the day. I love it too, Teresa. All right, so I'm hoping, I still haven't heard back from Heather, who's needs to pick another ornament off the tree, because for all of you VIPers, I was gonna pick the ornaments tonight, but I said that we have ornaments 1 through 25, and I was wrong. We only have 1 through 24. I never noticed that we only have 24. So I'm waiting for her to pick, and then we will do our Christmas in July drawings, okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a great night.